5 scientific facts that will keep you up at night. You're about to hear 5 true scientific facts. Facts that are so strange, so unsettling, they might change the way you look at reality. These aren't science fiction stories. They're real. And the moment you know them, you can't unknow them. So, turn off the lights, get comfortable, and prepare to have your mind blown. Let's begin. 1. Your body is literally glowing right now. We usually think of glowing creatures in nature, deep-sea fish, fireflies, certain types of mushrooms. But here's something that sounds almost supernatural. You are glowing too. In 2009, Japanese scientists used an ultra-sensitive camera to photograph people in complete darkness. The result? They discovered that the human body emits a faint, visible light, about 1,000 times weaker than what our eyes can detect. Why does this happen? It's because your cells are constantly producing energy. This process, called metabolic oxidation, creates tiny particles of light called photons. Right now, your face, your hands, your entire body is giving off a constant, invisible shimmer. Even stranger, your glow changes throughout the day. It's brightest in the late afternoon, and dimmest late at night. No one fully knows why. So next time you're alone in a dark room, remember, if someone had the right kind of camera, they could see you shining like a star in the shadows. 2. You're made of exploded stars. If you could zoom in on the atoms that make up your body, the iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen in your lungs, you'd discover something astonishing. Every single one of them was born inside a star. Billions of years ago, massive stars burned for millions of years, then died in colossal explosions called supernovae. These explosions forged the heavy elements, iron, gold, uranium, that didn't exist before. Over eons, those elements drifted through space, gathered into clouds, formed planets, and eventually, became you. Carl Sagan famously said, "We are made of star stuff." That's not poetry. It's physics. The next time you look at the night sky, remember, you're not just looking at the stars. You are the stars. 3. Your brain can create false memories. Your memory feels like a video recording, perfect, permanent, unchanged. But in reality, it's one of the least reliable things about you. Every time you remember something, your brain is reconstructing it, piece by piece, like repainting a picture from scratch. And each time you repaint it, little details can change. Sometimes without you noticing. Psychologists have done terrifying experiments. In one, researchers convinced people that they'd been lost in a shopping mall as a child. The event never happened. But after enough suggestion, people could recall the memory vividly, what they wore, who was there, even what the mall smelled like. All of it. Completely false. Your brain is capable of manufacturing events, emotions, and details so realistic. You'd bet your life they were true. So ask yourself, how much of your life story is real? And how much is just your brain's favorite fiction? 4. You might be breathing particles from ancient civilizations. Take a deep breath. The air in your lungs right now isn't just from today. It's ancient. The atmosphere is like an enormous recycling system. When you exhale, those air molecules drift, mix, and eventually circle the globe, over and over, for thousands of years. That means some of the oxygen you just inhaled could have once been in the lungs of Julius Caesar, Cleopatra, or even a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Yes, right now, you might be sharing molecules with dinosaurs. And it's not just air. The same water cycle means you could be drinking water that passed through the bodies of ancient animals, long extinct. Everything in nature is borrowed. Nothing truly disappears, it just changes hands. Or lungs. 5. You're technically immortal. At the cellular level. Meet the Teratopsis dohrnii, also known as the immortal jellyfish. When this jellyfish reaches adulthood and encounters danger, starvation, or injury, it can transform all its cells back to a younger state, starting its life cycle over again. It can, in theory, live forever. Here's the wild part, humans might have similar instructions buried deep in our DNA. We know that cells can sometimes reverse their aging process. We just haven't figured out how to make it happen across an entire body. If science cracks that code, we could see a future where aging is optional. But immortality comes with questions. If you lived forever, would life lose its meaning? Would endless memory be a blessing, or a curse? So tonight, when you are lying in bed, remember, you're glowing in the dark, made from dead stars, breathing the same air as ancient kings. And your own brain might be lying to you. Sweet dreams.